The Three Wishes. The town of Port Blossom was by the sea. The wind from the sea was always strong. It shook the windows of a small house near a lighthouse. Inside, a fire was burning, but Elias and his daughter Lena were still sad. Elias's wife had died a year ago. Elias was fixing a fishing net. He moved slowly and carefully. Lena was young, but she was sad and had little energy. She was drawing the wild sea. Her drawing looked wild, just like the waves outside. Their quiet night was stopped by a loud knock on the door. Elias opened it and saw his old friend Marco. Marco was a sailor. His face was old from the sun and sea. He carried a heavy, waterproof bag. "Marco, why are you here in this storm?" Elias asked. His voice was rough because he did not talk much. "A storm brought my ship here," Marco said. He came inside and shook the rain off his coat. "And I have something for you, my friend." After a warm drink, Marco started to talk more. He talked about hot, sunny places and busy markets. Lena listened. She was very interested and started to feel curious again. "You always liked the beautiful cloth from the East, right?" Marco asked Elias. He had a strange look in his eyes. He took a small, beautiful object from his bag. It was a weaver's shuttle, a tool for making cloth. It was made of dark wood and decorated with a shiny shell that shined like stars. "It's beautiful," Lena said softly. She wanted to touch it. "It's more than beautiful," Marco said. His voice was low and secret. "People say a magic person made it. This person could make people's futures. They say this shuttle can give its owner 3 changes to their life." Elias laughed in a sad way. "Those are just stories for children, Marco. I don't need them." "I thought so too," Marco said. His face became a little white. "But I had my 3 changes. The first wish gave me a lot of money from silk, but the ship with the silk was lost at sea. All the sailors died. The second wish saved me from pirates, but my best friend was taken instead of me. The third was a wish for peace, and I have not been able to rest since then." The room was very quiet. Only the wind made a sound. Marco's hand was shaking. He put the shuttle on the shelf above the fireplace. "I cannot have it anymore. Do what you want with it, but I warn you, some parts of life should not be changed." Then he said a quick goodbye and went back into the stormy night. For many days, the shuttle sat on the shelf. It was a silent, shining temptation. Elias did not look at it, but Lena looked at it again and again. "Father," she said one evening. Her voice was very quiet. "Mother loved this house. She always wanted us to own it. They rented the house, and this was always a worry for them." Elias looked at his daughter. He saw hope in her eyes for the first time in a year. He felt he could not say no. He took the shuttle in his hand. It felt warm. "I wish," he said, his voice full of emotion, "that this house and land were ours." A strong wind hit the house. The fire grew big and bright. For a moment, a pattern like a knot of string seemed to glow on the shuttle. Then it was gone. The next morning, a man in a nice suit knocked on their door. He said he worked for a rich man. "The old owner of this house died," he said. He looked surprised. His will had a strange rule. It said if one of his company's ships crashed near this lighthouse, the house must be given to the keeper. The ship did crash in the storm last night. The house was now legally theirs. This news should have made them happy, but Elias felt very sad. He thought about the sailors who died in the crash. Their lives were the price for his wish. A month passed, but Lena was still very sad about her mother. One night, during another storm, she went to her father. Her face was pale, and she had a strong plan. "The shuttle, father," she said, her voice shaking. "We have 2 more changes. We can bring her back." "Lena, no!" Elias cried. He remembered Marco's warning. "You don't know what you're asking. Some things should not be changed." "I don't care," she cried. "I want my mother back. I want to hear her laugh again." Her sadness was very strong, like the storm outside. Elias was also very sad and could not say no to her daughter's request. He took the shuttle again. "I wish," he whispered, his heart breaking, "that my wife was with us again." The shuttle became cold in his hand. The fire became very small. A deep quiet came over the house. They waited, but nothing happened. Their wish did not come true. They went to bed feeling very sad. Later that night, a soft scratching sound came from the front door. It was a sound they knew. Their cat used to make that sound, but their cat had been gone for many years. "What's that?" Lena whispered. She sat up in bed. Elias was very scared. "A branch," he said, his voice shaking. "Just a tree branch touching the door." But the scratching became louder. Then they heard a low, wet moaning sound. It was a terrible sound, like a person's voice. "It's her!" Lena cried. She looked scared and happy at the same time. She ran to the door, but Elias got there first. He pushed his body against the door. "Don't open it," he begged. "It's Mother! She came back to us!" Lena pushed against him. She was very strong because she was so desperate. The scratching stopped. A loud, heavy sound hit the door. Elias could hear something wet and heavy being pulled on the porch. He knew what the sea had returned to them. He knew what a year of being dead in the sea had done to the woman he loved. Lena was trying to open the lock. Elias moved quickly in the dark, his hands looking for the shuttle. He found it just as Lena opened the lock. With one last desperate prayer, he held the shuttle tightly and made his third and final wish. The sound outside stopped. The heavy quiet returned. Lena opened the door. The porch was empty. The wind and rain had cleaned it. A long, sad cry came from Lena. She looked out into the empty, stormy night. The only sound was the crashing of the waves on the shore. It was a sound that never stopped, a reminder that some parts of life should never be changed.